youtube.com/bitreon/bitshoot. Today's video, I'm going to turn over a quick impromptu video. Today's video, I'm going to talk about, it's really a war on the bloodline. You see what I'm saying? And it's a war on certain bloodlines. And this is part 2 to the last video I just made, which was Operation Stop the Starseeds. Now, like I was saying, the whole Nazi regime era and shit like that, Operation Paperclip, 1945, Cold War era, 1950s and shit like that. I'm telling you, that played a big part into a lot of shit that was going on right now. In today's times, that Nazi shit and all that shit, World War II, that played a big part on how things are shaped right now to this day. Because like I was saying, in Operation Paperclip, the government, American government, they smuggled a lot of Nazi scientists, Nazi engineers and shit over here to America. Instead of like killing them or throwing them in jail, America was like, fuck it, let's utilize their intelligence to build our space program, use them, give them a somewhat decent life, but keep their Nazi history and shit under wraps and shit like that. But it's a war on the bloodlines because the Nazis and shit, they got their ass spanked during World War I because they feel like the so-called ooze or whatever set them up and made Germany lose in World War I on purpose to get more wealth, get more money. Fascism, basically like they betted on it type shit. Like they had enough power where they could make shit like that happen or whatever, if you want to put it like that, in layman's terms, whatever. But really, the whole thing about that is, after that period in time, the people, well, not the people, but Germany and shit, they only wanted Germans on the planet type shit, especially in Europe. They wanted to kill off all other type of Europeans and all other type of people that weren't German, especially if they weren't blonde hair, blue eyes, the Aryan nation shit, which was really just the Germans fucking interbreeding with the tall white aliens and shit, you know what I mean? Like real shit, which is just entities they conjured up by reading the Necronomicon and shit like that. It's like a deep, powerful book. It's like very dangerous and shit like that. I don't know too much about it, but I know it plays a lot in occult magic. And the Nazis also got a lot of their power and shit from Aleister Crowley and from Britain, because that's where all this shit started. All this shit started with that occult magic and shit. It all started in Britain. And Britain is a part of Europe, so of course it's going to be Germans and other Europeans that know about these practices, and that's why Hitler lost and shit, because fucking satanic magic and occult magic is nothing compared to God's power, you know what I'm saying, point blank period, you see what I'm saying? And the thing about that is, that a lot of that shit shaped the shit that's going on right now, and that's why it's a war on certain bloodlines, because even back then, it was a certain bloodline that existed, you know what I mean? And it was probably, and they didn't want, and you know who I'm talking about, so-called melanated people, so-called black people, or so-called people that interbreeded with us, or so-called people who had the knowledge that knew what the fuck was going on. These were the people that they wanted to kill, because put them out of business, or just foil their whole plans. So that's why they dedicated their life to fucking coming up with toxins, poisons, pollutions, all type of other stuff to fucking, poison the motherfucking bloodline. And it's really just that simple at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Shit real deep. It's fucked up. And yeah, man, that's really the whole thing. It's a war on certain bloodlines and shit like that. That's why they come up with these different ideologies and these different isms and all that shit is divide and conquer, because it all plays a part in they role. Because at the end of the day, you a human being, you a living entity. No matter what fucking hue or what fucking pigmentation in your fucking skin, as long as you're not an ignorant fucking dummy causing havoc, then boom, it's just that fucking simple. You're just another human being. But they don't want you to see it as that. They want you to see it as a class thing, socialist thing, and all this different shit, different isms and all that shit. That's just another technique to divide and conquer. Point blank period, simple, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's why a lot of this shit is still going on to today. It's just covered up, or it's just done in a different type of way, where an average person wouldn't recognize it. but they'd be seeing different shit popping up randomly, like different illnesses and sicknesses. Like, where the fuck did this shit come from? I could have sworn I did my monthly check-in. I could have sworn I did this, blah, blah, blah. The whole time, they don't even know that's right in the food. That's right in the GMO. You know what I mean? It's even, if the GMO don't kill you, look at the chemtrails. You know what I mean? If that don't work, we're going to put the fluoride in the water. We're going to put the aspartame in this. We're going to do this. We use all these different chemicals. And of course, they're going to mix it with edible chemicals and all that, but they're going to mix it with poison and shit, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is try to kill off a certain bloodline and shit like that. So our DNA won't waken up. And even if you ain't like a particular certain bloodline or whatever, you can still make your DNA wake up with the right knowledge and the right foods if you put it into your system. See, that's the powerful thing about this, that they don't want to tell you. But I ain't going to talk your ear off. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.